Welcome back to Boats Yacht, where we dive into the most captivating boats and water experiences around the world. Today we're headed to the heart of Vietnam to explore something that's as much a cultural treasure as it is a floating work of art. I'm talking about the legendary dragon boats on the Sông, or as many call it, the Perfume River in the ancient imperial city of Hue. Now, if you've ever been to Vietnam or dreamt of it, you've probably heard of the Sông. This river isn't just a scenic waterway, it's a lifeline for the city, a place soaked in history, poetry and tradition. The name Perfume River comes from the fragrant blossoms that once floated downstream from the orchards upriver, filling the air with a sweet, delicate aroma. It's romantic, serene and deeply symbolic for the people of Hue. And what better way to experience this magical river than aboard one of its iconic dragon boats? These vessels are impossible to miss, with their vividly painted dragon heads proud and colorful, gliding across the surface like living creatures. They are part tourist cruiser, part cultural ambassador, and today we're going to look under the surface and see what makes them so unique and captivating. Let's start with the design, because the dragon boats of Hue are not your average watercraft. These boats are long, flat-bottomed vessels designed for the gentle flow of the Sông. They're not built for speed, but rather for stability and space. Their most striking feature is, of course, the large dragon heads at the bow, often crafted from wood or fiberglass and painted in bold, vibrant colors like gold, red, blue and green. These dragons aren't just decorative, they carry deep symbolism in Vietnamese culture, representing power, nobility and protection. The dragon motif extends along the sides of the boat with colorful scales and waves, often hand-painted by local artisans. The overall shape of the boat is rectangular, with a slightly raised prow and a canopy roof that offers protection from the sun and rain. The roof is typically supported by a series of wooden or metal columns and edged with intricate decorative trims. Sometimes you'll see flags fluttering at the corners or traditional motifs painted on the ceiling, giving the entire vessel the feel of a floating pagoda. It's a beautiful blend of function and folklore. Moving inside the boat, the interior offers a surprising level of comfort and cultural flair. Most dragon boats used for river tours are built to accommodate between 20 to 40 passengers, depending on the size and layout. The floors are often made of polished wood or bamboo slats, giving a warm, earthy feel. Underfoot seating usually comes in the form of cushioned benches or individual wooden chairs arranged in rows or clusters, allowing guests to sit back and enjoy the scenery as they drift past ancient pagodas, tombs and riverside villages. Decor plays a big part in setting the mood inside the boat. You'll often find traditional silk curtains framing the windows, wall-mounted fans and colorful lanterns dangling from the ceiling. Some boats even display framed artwork or embroidered panels showcasing Vietnamese legends and imperial history. It's not uncommon to hear soft traditional music playing in the background, or even live performances by local musicians on special tours. What's really impressive, though, is how these boats manage to feel so culturally rich while also being functional. For instance, many of them are equipped with small speaker systems and microphones for guided tours. Some even have small snack bars or tea stations at the rear, offering guests refreshments during the ride. A few premium dragon boats feature onboard restrooms and air conditioning, although most rely on natural ventilation through open windows and breezy canopies. Now you might be wondering how these boats perform on the water, and here's where things get interesting. Technically, dragon boats on the Perfume River aren't about horsepower or speed. Instead, they're about smoothness, reliability and harmony with the river. These boats are typically powered by small outboard motors, or in some cases quiet diesel engines mounted at the back. The engines are modest but efficient enough to cruise steadily against the current without disturbing the peaceful environment around. Because the Perfume River is wide and calm, especially in the stretch that flows through Hue, these boats don't need to handle rough water or sharp turns. Instead, they prioritize balance and ease of navigation, allowing the captain to steer with minimal effort. That means you get a ride that's incredibly smooth and quiet, which is ideal for sightseeing, photography or simply soaking in the atmosphere. Some boats still retain a traditional touch, with a pair of long wooden oars used for manual steering or backup propulsion. While these oars aren't used much anymore except in ceremonies or special performances, they add to the authenticity of the experience and remind us of the centuries-old boating traditions in this part of Vietnam. Let's talk about what really sets the dragon boats of Hue apart from any other tour boat in the world, and that's their role as floating cultural ambassadors. When you step onto one of these boats, you're not just taking a river cruise, you're stepping into a piece of living heritage. These boats are often family-owned and operated, passed down through generations of boat people who have lived and worked on the river all their lives. Many tours include storytelling sessions, musical performances, or even traditional tea ceremonies right on board. It's not uncommon for the boat owner themselves to share legends of the Nguyen dynasty or recite poetry about the Perfume River, all while cruising past the very locations where these stories took place, from the Thien Mu Pagoda to the imperial tombs along the riverbank. Every view from the boat is steeped in meaning. Another unique selling point is the immersive nature of the experience. You're not locked in a metal ferry or a commercial sightseeing boat, you're floating in something hand-decorated and uniquely Vietnamese. Some of the boats even allow you to try on traditional clothing like the Oro Dai, or to participate in lantern floating ceremonies during evening cruises. That makes the Dragon Boat not just a vehicle but a stage for cultural exchange. Now let's not forget affordability. A dragon boat tour on the Sông Hong is one of the most cost-effective yet rewarding experiences in all of Vietnam. For just a few dollars you can enjoy an hour-long ride with commentary and sometimes even entertainment. It's family-friendly, relaxing, and offers the kind of photo opportunities that stay with you long after the trip is over. From a sustainability standpoint, these boats also represent a slow tourism model that works. They don't rely on heavy fuel consumption, they don't damage the river ecosystem, and they support local families and artisans. It's a rare example of tourism that enhances rather than disrupts the cultural and environmental landscape. So to wrap things up, the dragon boats of the Perfume River in Hue are not just tour boats, they are cultural time machines, floating stages, family businesses, and expressions of national pride in one beautifully crafted package. Whether you're a traveler looking to connect with Vietnam's imperial past, a photographer chasing that perfect river shot, or just someone who appreciates thoughtful design and peaceful scenery, this experience has something special to offer. Thanks for riding along today with Sir Boats Yacht. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Vietnam's iconic dragon boats, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more unique boat stories from around the globe. Let us know in the comments where you'd like us to cruise to next. Until then, smooth sailing, and see you on the next voyage.